Hi, this is instructions on how to use the wood stove. There's directions on the wall. Please read those, very important. To get started, you see the door handle here. What you're gonna wanna do is grab a few pieces of kindling from the kindling container. Make like a tic-tac-toe type cross inside the fireplace. All you need is a small little amount of paper bag. Please only use like brown paper bags from the store. Put it in the middle there. Take a couple of pieces of the fat wood. This is highly flammable, natural firewood. I'm gonna take a little lighter, I'm gonna light the paper bag. And that's really all you need. It'll get the fat wood going really well. The fat wood burns pretty quick and hot. And I'm gonna add a few other pieces, maybe 4 or 5 pieces of firewood on top of this, just sort of stack it on. Little teepee design works pretty well. We're gonna let that get going. And once it's burning pretty well, I'm gonna put some pine. It's the wood that looks like this outside. It burns a little quicker and easier than the hardwood. As you can see, the hardwood is a little darker in color. This stuff is good for keeping the fire going once it's really hot and going. But for now, as you can see, the fire is starting to take off pretty well. So I might move some of these around, make it so I can put a piece of firewood on top of it all. And you're gonna wanna leave the door open for the first few minutes, let the oxygen feed the fire. Once it is going, once that log is caught, you can add another piece of wood in. So as you can see, the fire is going pretty good now. I'm gonna push it around a little bit. I'm gonna add another piece of wood into the stove. And once that's going, you want to let the fire catch that new log. You can shut the door, and for the first little bit, you want to leave these pulled all the way out. Let the fire really get going. Once the fire is burning, it's set in, you can push these in about halfway. What I do sometimes is just push it in to see how far it goes and pull it out a little bit. Same with the bottom one. This will slow the burn rate down and get a lot of the heat coming out into the house. So one thing that's really important to make sure smoke doesn't come into the house is to make sure the door is shut all the way. So you're just gonna lift up on this, push it in, and then close it down. That'll latch it shut. When you're not using the stove also, make sure it's closed. Otherwise, cold air will just draft in through the stove into the house. If you use this properly, it's great, provides a lot of good heat to the house. Just make sure you only put in the materials that are provided here so that it stays clean, stays usable. Thanks. All right, if you come through the laundry room, out this door, there's should be motion sensor light out here, but it's too light during the daytime. It'll come on at night. So out here, there's firewood. There's extra kindling in here and down there if you need it. So take a look there. For the firewood, this first row here is the softer pine, and all that stuff back there is the harder wood. So make sure you use this to get the fire going. And then we have so much that I would use that to keep it going through the night, through the day. Just add that on there. It'll burn hotter and longer for you. And there's ample supplies of that. So use this softer first row to get the fire going, the back stuff to keep it going. Thanks.